I think sometimes with the success that he's had, which I've never had anywhere close, but sometimes you think it's about you. The reason you had all that success was about you, when in reality, it was about the kids you coached. And to me, you had the greatest player in the history of our game. And yes, you guys messed up. You let him depart. I'll never forget, Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen just laughed at me, and when I was like, there's no way in hell Tom Brady's leaving New England. No way in hell, because I knew he was New England.
Right.
And instead, sure enough, he leaves. They're like, we told you so, you got that wrong. I'm like, I never got it wrong. Bill Belichick got it wrong. He never should have let him leave that building, and that's the truth. And is he going to regret it? He will. He's going to be having his Hall of Fame. He's the greatest coach ever. But you know what? He made a mistake, and he made a huge mistake.
You know, we always applauded the fact that Bill Belichick let someone go more so early than late, or even right on time. They would have 1 or 2 years. Well, when it's a quarterback and when it's the greatest quarterback of all time, 1 or 2 years is maybe too many. And from the looks of the way Tom Brady is playing, it's going to be longer than that. And for him to leave and go to Tampa Bay, and you see the effect that he's had on that team, the effect he's had on that organization, both on the field and off, you have to say that Tom Brady was a huge reason that Bill Belichick has 6 championships. And listen, relationships come to an end, right? A lot of good things come to an end. But in football, you do want to hold on to it as long as possible. And when somebody has done what Tom Brady has done, you have to realize that the player was probably more important than the coach.
Yeah, that's it for me. I'm kind of bummed hearing that it's not as rosy on the outside as we kind of thought it was, that it's kind of soured a little bit with the comments last week from Guerrero and Tom's dad, and now Bill Belichick kind of avoiding any aspect of it, because you guys know how hard this league is, how cutthroat this league is. It's usually non-relational. It's usually transactional and business-like. And for that one, I kind of had held out hope that coach and quarterback were as unique off the field as they were on the field, not only for their time together, but that it was want to be one of those storybook endings, so to speak. And it might be, but hearing it's kind of soured is disappointing.
Well, I think the other thing is like, I would love that if Tom Brady, when he spoke about Bill Belichick, he talked about him being the greatest coach of all time, how much he loved playing with him. And if Bill Belichick could actually say, it's the best player I've ever coached, he's meant the most to my career above any player, but they're not saying that.
They will when they get their gold jackets. But I always thought that they would leave together. I always thought they were going to leave together, that when Brady would say, I'm done, Belichick would say, I'm done also. And it just never happened. It never had the storybook ending that we wanted. And I don't know. This thing right here, they both believe that about each other. And I think in the Hall of Fame, when they have their jackets and stuff, they'll say about it.
It's fascinating, because to circle all the way back to the beginning of the show, we were talking about how the Steelers stayed 1 year too long with Ben Roethlisberger, perhaps out of loyalty to everything he'd done for the organization. So these things are complicated. At the time Brady left, a lot of people thought maybe he was very close to the end. He's won a championship since then, so obviously he's gotten the last laugh. It's a huge week filled with that. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.